Okay, so it looks like we have a couple people who are joining. So Nathan, I think we can get started with our webinar. Um, so thank you to everyone who's been joining us today. I'm Strati Moustakarias. I am the content marketing specialist at PC Bennett Solutions, and we really appreciate you joining us today for our webinar, Race Past the Competition with AutoFitmentPlus. AutoFitmentPlus is a piece of proprietary technology that PC Bennett has developed that enables automotive aftermarket businesses to have greater efficiency and productivity throughout their organization, while also creating more ease when interacting with clients by having fitment data baked into their back-end ERP. I'd like to mention that you can throw any questions you have into the Q&A feature or the chat box, and we'll either address them live in the chat feature or at the tail end of the call when we have our Q&A section. One last thing before I pass the reins to our technical sales engineer, Nathan Newberg. This webinar wouldn't be possible without the help of our current client, Banks Power. They've allowed us to use their product items in our live demo that you're going to see on this call today. And you can purchase anything you see listed today on the website at Banks Power's website, bankspower.com. To be clear, though, the pricing that you're going to see in this demo is not reflective of the actual products on their site. You can find all of that information on their website. And again, that's bankspower.com, BANKSPOWER.com. So now with that introduction all done, I'm going to hand over the mic to our technical, like I said, the technical sales engineer, Nathan Newberg, and he's going to give you an overview of AutoFitmentPlus and a demonstration of the solution. Nathan, go ahead.
Thanks, Strati. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Nathan. Again, my title is Technical Sales Engineer here at PC Bennett. I work with our prospects before the sales cycle and in support afterwards. So I'm with you before and after go live. So today we're going to be talking about AutoFitmentPlus, and I've really been looking forward to this because that includes some of my favorite things. We get to talk about cars, we get to talk about e-commerce, we get to talk about data and how we can perfect it, or at least strive for that perfect data model that we're looking for. We're going to talk about business intelligence and what is ERP and what digital transformation means for automotive businesses, some of the unique challenges of automotive parts fitment, and how PC Bennett and Acumatica can help you stay at the front of the pack with competitive technology. And then we'll demonstrate some of what can be done with a complete end-to-end business solution. And then we'll follow up that, like Strati said, with any Q&A that might have come in, or what next steps you can take to join us on this digital transformation journey. What is ERP? Enterprise Resource Planning is a category of business software designed to optimize the flow of information, materials, and cash in your organization. And what can we do with it? Well, with a modern ERP like Acumatica, we can integrate. The Open REST API and the PCB development team, our PC Bennett rock stars over here in the development team, can help you integrate this powerful ERP system with your front-end systems or data management systems as well, and we can show you how that works. There's a large ISV community surrounding Acumatica, so if you can't find the functionality you need built in, there is tons of extensibility out there, including products developed by PC Bennett. And if that still isn't enough, we can leverage the integration platform as a service, or iPaaS solutions that are available in the market for connecting your ERP and Acumatica to those even more disparate systems that are further disconnected, and that siloed data, get everything back together in one place, that single source of truth. We use lightning fast search in Acumatica. Everything is indexed and very quick. Navigation is improved using search functionality. We've got dashboards and generic inquiries that can include pivot tables, charts, and gauges, so you get real-time data visualizations. And our inbuilt cross-module workflows for quote to cash, managing your order pipeline, and your procure to pay. So when it comes time to replenishing your inventory, how we can help you do that is certainly a strong focus of the Acumatica distribution model. We have a distribution and warehouse management system. So all of your product movement in and out of the warehouse, your logistical challenges can be overcome with smart devices and barcode scanning. We can use those same devices for manufacturing shop floor data collection. So we can get the real-time visibility into the production status of your manufacturing industry. We can use those for recording actual materials and labor. Acumatica also has modules for project accounting and fixed asset management. And of course, being a financial software at the core, has those bank integrations that you need to integrate your bank feeds to do your corporate credit card reconciliation and all of those financial functions. So you can access your data using any modern browser. It works well in Chrome, Edge, Safari, Firefox, you name it. So all of those modern browsers are supported, seamless solution from anywhere you are in the world. Everything gets authenticated using secure connections through Amazon Web Services. You can use two-factor authentication, and everything is secured and maintained for you in the SaaS model, so you don't have to worry about maintaining those servers and the security involved. And all of that means that you can access and act on this intelligence from anywhere in the world, so you don't have to put down your fancy drink to approve that PO while you're on vacation. So what are the challenges in automotive? Well, as you may know, there are millions of vehicles on the road, and how many different types can be overwhelming. So trying to think about how things fit, and that's not easy. And we don't want it to be in automotive, because we have as many tastes as there are options. And we want to be able to make sure that all of the parts that we're providing our clients fit, and they fit the first time, the right time. We minimize those returns and increase our customer satisfaction. And we can use this system to help with those supply chain disruptions that we've had over the years. Material shortages coming in. So you need to know what you have, what you need, and when you need it, to make sure that you have the inventory in stock on time, but not overstocks. We've got inflating commodity prices all over the world. So interconnecting these systems becomes integral and essential. All of these features help you get out front quickly and do what it takes to stay ahead of the pack. The competition in automotive industry is massive. There are so many options out there, so many choices, and new ones coming every day. The e-commerce in the aftermarket industry has realized a compound annual growth rate of over 9%, and in the next 3 years is projected to grow to nearly 70 billion by 2030. People are holding on to their cars for longer. The average age of vehicles is up for 5 straight years. People kept their cars for 2 months longer than they did last year on average. And that makes 3.5 million more older vehicles on the road than there were last year. And this all means that we're seeing a change in the consumer buying patterns. We're purchasing more parts and customizing our older cars ourselves, which is driving up sales for the aftermarket parts industry. That brings the question of how easy it is to do business with you. We all know e-commerce can improve cash flow. We can collect on-time online payments, means we get paid faster, makes it easier and more convenient for our customers to order and reorder. Fewer mistakes get made because the data entry happens one time and all that data flows through. We don't have to rekey all of this information into our back office ERP system. And that means your staff spends less time on non-productive things, answering calls about what happened to their products. And that all allows us to bring products to market faster. So we can put up new products in a few clicks, and that tight integration with one database to maintain all of your product data and product availability makes it easy to maintain in one place. Receiving your product into Acumatica from your purchase receipts updates your online selling availability, and things stay up to date in real time. Accuracy is improved. We reduce the lag time with manual processes. We can introduce self-serve options for your customers to look up their offline orders online as well. So we can sync up those orders that they placed over the phone. This frees up your staff again, to have more time to develop the relationships with your customers, vendors, and employees. And that all hopefully will lead to happier customers. So let me ask you again, how easy is it to do business with you? It takes 6 seconds for a prospect to decide whether to stay on your site or leave and find another company to buy what they need. PC Bennett and AutoFitmentPlus, a complete integrated ER solution, in addition to a world-class accounting package, helps you maintain your general ledger and maybe budget ledgers or some other functionality that you might want out of your financial software and ERP. Helps you streamline warehouse management. You can automate processes, reduce errors, increase productivity, pick, pack, and ship using native mobile apps with barcoding. You can prioritize picking with advanced wave and batch picking, and even go paperless now. You can streamline inventory processes. You get that 360-degree visibility, flexible item management, so you can move items from stock to non-stock items and vice versa. We can utilize kitting functionality to put together combinations of items, either to stock or on the fly at order time. We can use matrix items to help manage all of those facets of different items with variables. Quality traceability with lot and serial tracking for those specifically particular items. Robust replenishment capabilities to balance supply and demand and make sure that you stay up to date, in stock, and on time. We'll enhance your marketing and sales processes with configurable CRM sales workflow features. We can convert opportunities into orders without re-entering pricing and discounts. Easily locate customers and orders to verify delivery statuses. Record tasks and communication activity history with each order. Follow up with automated dynamic marketing lists to send mass emails directly integrated with SendGrid. AutoFitmentPlus, powered by Acumatica, is a specialized solution from PC Bennett. Connects Acumatica Cloud ERP to vehicle classification data, ACES data, and VIN validation and tracking. Keeps your fitment parts information up to date, gives you a single comprehensive management solution, both customer present and online. Having a system like this means you can filter and identify the parts you need, whether that be on your e-commerce site or offline. No more manual database updates. No more maintaining one-off spreadsheets. We love Excel and Google Sheets, but we have a better solution. We can do better than that. And that means you don't have to keep searching for all that paper and passing those notes around the office anymore. We can truly digitally help you transform.
Hey, Nathan, in this slide, you talk about VIN validation and identification. Does that give clients the ability to track the work that they do on specific vehicles based on their VIN? Is that part of that?
Yeah, and that's a great question. That's one of the features we built in as a response to some feedback from our customers. Not only do we want a catalog of VINs that we've worked on, but maybe we want to realize that the owner has changed. And we can do that with AutoFitmentPlus. So each time we sell an item associated with a particular VIN number, that sale gets associated with a sales order in the system. So we have complete history on that VIN. We also have the ability to track the owner of the vehicle, and that may or may not be the same as our customer. Maybe we're working with a body shop or a dealership who works with many customer vehicles. Our customer may be the body shop, but the vehicle is owned by their customer. Now, what happens if John Doe sells his car to Joe Smith? Well, we can track that ownership change through the system as well and have the complete history of all the parts that were sold and installed on that vehicle. Hopefully that answered your question. And we can now take the opportunity to look to the future. We're striving to be future-proof with Acumatica. They've built a great product on an ever-evolving platform and done it in such a modular way that as technology changes over time, we can change out the engine without replacing the transmission. So what does this do? It helps you to manage your inventory. And even if you don't carry inventory, we can actually engineer Acumatica as an almost headless, entirely headless solution, so that if you're a drop ship vendor, you can take the orders online and place the purchase orders to your vendors, have those items fulfilled via drop ship without any further integration. That streamlines your ordering. It also can help with replenishment if you do stock those inventory items. You can advise your purchasing decisions using replenishment calculations and parameters, and then even use demand forecasting to predict future orders based on your sales history. We can manage our sales orders, purchase orders, requisitions, and again, replenishment calculations. All of your stock and non-stock items, if you have cross-sell related items or upsell items, somebody buys a chip, wants a wire harness to go with it, you can relate those items in Acumatica to give your customer service representatives visibility into those potentials, upsells. You gain speed with barcoding, you increase your visibility with dashboards. This all reduces your order times and increases efficiency. Integrated service management with a visual calendar board means you can schedule your service jobs by employees' skills. You can filter the lists based on skills which are required for the order against those technicians on staff which have the skills available. And complete that all with signature capture on mobile devices, whether in the shop or in the field. Our native commerce connectors deliver near real-time sync. You can download your orders, upload your product availability, discounts and promos get synced back and forth, online and offline order sync. And we're going to take a look now at how that might work. So I'm going to switch over to my Acumatica instance where we can add in a new item. We'll see how easy it is. We're going to copy an existing item using some parameters that we've got. I'm going to navigate over to my stock item screen for item number 41843. There it is. So we've got a new version of this ram air intake system available for our Jeeps. Now fits Ford too. So let's go ahead and copy this item. That takes all of our item defaults, including the class, type, lot and serial information if required. Then we're going to add in a new item here. We're going to call it 41843-517A. Oops. We will paste in the copied item, make a quick modification here to our item description. We will want to make sure that our price and cost information looks correct. Maybe we want a new MSRP on this item. Take a look at our packaging, make sure that everything looks correct. We've got some images we can add in here. I'll just drag a few over from my desktop. Okay. There we go. Okay. We'll save that. Take a look over at our description tab. Make sure that our e-commerce visibility is set properly. Maybe we want to make this item featured. That means it's going to show up on our home screen on our BigCommerce web store. Maybe we want to review our related items. So we've got a couple of items here that are related to this, which can help us create that upsell visibility, not only for our customer service representatives on the phone, but also translates over to our e-commerce website as well. Okay, so now that we've got the item created, we're going to want to make sure that we have some inventory in stock to make this available to sell. We're going to head over to our inventory receipts screen. In our inventory workspace, create a new receipt for our brand new item. Wholesale warehouse, we'll bring in 12 of those. Save it, remove the hold, and release the receipt to our inventory ledger. Okay, all right, so now let's take a look at how that information gets translated to our BigCommerce website. If I move over to our commerce workspace here in Acumatica, and we take a look at our BigCommerce web store, we'll note that everything is configured with our secure API. We'll take a look over at our entity settings to see what's available for sync and how we might be able to do that. Some of these entities even support real-time sync. For example, stock item and item availability. Our sales orders bi-directional syncing is running currently in real time. So those new stock items and the availability that we just entered should be pushing out to our BigCommerce site and making that item available for new orders. If I move over to my home screen, which is our Commerce Sync dashboard today, we should see some activity in the sync history reflected because our real-time sync is on. All of those changes we just made in the background are now synced up to our e-commerce store. So let's take a look at how that looks on our BigCommerce store. I'm moving over now to our e-commerce website. PC Bennett is on BigCommerce, and we're selling new items. So let's take a look here. This is our home screen and featured products the way they looked before. If I refresh that screen now, I should see a brand new one. Here's the Ford item we just added. Okay, great. So adding a new item to your e-commerce site is literally that easy. A few clicks and you've got a new product available for sale to your clients. So I'm going to move back now to our presentation. So what is PDM? PDM is a product information management solution, a leader in the industry that PC Bennett has partnered with to develop an integration for managing that more robust product data that you might need, making sure that all of your ACEs, vehicle fitment data is conforming to the standard so that when it comes time to distribute that information, it goes to the right place and you minimize any errors. We can add products to this platform using Acumatica API connections, and so no more double data entry. We add the products in Acumatica, then we can sync them up to PDM to manage fitment data and other data as well.
Nathan, so you demonstrated just a couple moments ago how Acumatica and BigCommerce sync up from an e-commerce perspective. Mm-hmm. Does AutoFitmentPlus also support businesses that still do a lot of business over the phone or in person at point of sale systems?
That's a great question. Yes, the answer is yes. Acumatica does support bi-directional sync for offline orders in BigCommerce and as well in the native Shopify connector in the most recent versions. So you get that unified customer experience, whether your customers are placing orders online or maybe sometimes they call you, want to place an order with a person over the phone or check a status and want to get the order placed right away. When we take those orders offline, now we'll be able to sync them up to our e-commerce solution as well. So those phone orders are represented all in the same place. So we were talking about PDM and why you might need a product information management solution. Maybe you have sales through different channels. You're selling through eBay or Amazon or your website and you want to manage description data for all of those products. You can do that in PDM as well. And let's take a look at how that looks. I'm going to switch back now to my Acumatica instance. Take a look at that product we just entered. Now we're looking at the product screen in Acumatica, and we'll note that we have a button at the top which says Add Item to PDM. So like we described earlier, without any manual entry, we can simply click a button, have that item pushed up to our product information management platform where we can apply fitment data or any specific product data related to it. I'm gonna go ahead and click Add Item to PDM, and that's going to give me a confirmation message now, which shows our item has been added. And there we go. We've got 2 new buttons at the top now. We can either use the update item to push any changes or directly link to that item, clicking the view button here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This brings me to our PDM login. Now, this is not Acumatica. This is the PDM interface. What you see here is a list of tools which are provided to help you catalog and maintain the product data, ACE's fitment data, as well as your PIE's data in one place. So it's giving me an alert here that it doesn't have a part type. We'll have to select one. So if I scroll down here in my list, I can search for part type. This is going to be an air fuel delivery system. It's a engine ram air kit. So as soon as I select it, there we go. We've got the part type applied and our error goes away. Now we can add some application data. So we want to add a new application for this item. We can specify here any makes, models, and years that it might fit. So this is, we'll specify that this is available for our F-150, 2015 to 20, and I can hold the shift key to select a range of years here, and any submodel or region data that I might want to specify. If I don't select any, that means it'll apply to all the submodels in those years. Go ahead and click save. We got one more thing to check here. It's prompting me to add a quantity. So how many ram air systems can we fit on a Ford? Well, the quantity is 1. So if I specify that there, that should get us good, clean data. There we go. No more errors. And that's what we're looking for. So how easy was it to add an item to PDM? There you go. Okay. And now what does that mean in real life, right? You've got all this demo system data, but what does it really mean? Well, PC Bennett and BigCommerce have worked very hard together with our client Van Cafe to bring them online using Acumatica and BigCommerce. And shortly after doing so, they realized a real increase, 24% up in orders, an increase in average order value of over 77%, and nearly 120% increase in revenue. All of that in just under 3 months after going live.
Nathan, so I think you've done a great job so far demonstrating how to add items from Acumatica to our BigCommerce instance. But what's kind of the opposite experience that some of our clients would be experiencing in terms of when they purchase something, what then happens in the back end of the system to make that order fulfilled?
Oh, great question. So let's take a look at how that acts. I'm going to switch back over to my BigCommerce store. So here we are back online. Let's make sure we refresh the screen here. We've got all up-to-date data. We're going to take an order for one of those new items that we just created. We've got 12 of those in stock. So I'm going to go ahead and add this order to my cart. I'm going to proceed to checkout. The system recognizes me as a returning customer, but the integrations to Acumatica also support guest accounts. We can create multiple guest accounts if required to track all of those sales as well in case your customers don't want to create an account on your website. So I'm going to verify my shipping address and details. Billing address looks correct. Use my memorized card. All PCI compliant. None of these card numbers or CVV codes get stored in Acumatica. We're currently processing our credit card transactions on our BigCommerce site, which gets downloaded into our ERP system with secure tokens and all of the data obfuscated and encrypted. Acumatica also has the ability to process credit card transactions directly in the ERP for those phone orders as well. All right, so we've got a confirmation order number here. Let's jump back over to our Acumatica dashboard and see if we've got any updates yet. Okay, look at that. We've got a sales order has been downloaded, number 236. If I move over to my sales orders primary list in Acumatica, I'll see that order now exists at the top of my screen. I can go ahead and open it up. All right. Josh bought one of our Ford Ram air intake systems. We can see that it's available in stock. Now I can go ahead and fulfill this order using our Acumatica ERP one-off, just like we're doing here. Although Acumatica does have robust functionality for automation so that we can take out some of the human element required in processing these mundane sort of everyday operations. We don't necessarily need to click the print button 100 times for each order that comes in. We can automate those processes. Maybe we want to automate the process of generating shipments for our on-hand inventory. If everything's available in stock, we can allow the system to clear that to print and handle it for us. I'm going to use the quick process button in this instance, and that allows me to do multiple processes all at once. I can create the shipment, have the pick list printed. This is going to take care of updating my inventory, preparing my invoice, and I can even have it notify my customer. When I click OK, I'll let the system do the processing for me. There we go. As it generates the documents, you'll see you get links to those newly created records. We can take a look at our pick list, for example, and see that our barcodes get generated for us so that we can use our wireless scanners to move the inventory out of stock and into its shipping package, weigh and measure the package using integrated device hub, using integrated scales. And then the system even took care of generating the invoice for us. If I take a look at that shipment record that was generated, we should note that using our I didn't change the shipping. All right. If I look back at my BigCommerce order screen here, I should be able to see that my new order has been shipped. There we go. Shipping confirmation gets posted back to our BigCommerce site, including the tracking number where available. So just as easy as that, we've fulfilled an order out of stock and hopefully made another happy customer. As you may recognize, some of our customers here, we've helped a lot of businesses in the automotive industry move into a more modernized digital solution. Although we work with many industries and have been doing this over 20 years now at PC Bennett. So our industry expertise and talented staff can help you move into a modern ERP and realize that digital transformation that so many are interested in finding. So I hope that was a helpful demonstration, and I'm going to turn it back over to Strati now to see if there were any questions that might have come in while we were talking.
Yeah, so we have a couple questions here. Let's start off with this one. So can Acumatica handle multiple different warehouses for one company?
Great question. Yes, out of the box, Acumatica does support multiple warehouses, and we can take a look here at how warehouses are configured in Acumatica. If you've got multiple e-commerce stores, or even if those are represented by multiple companies, Acumatica out of the box has multi-company with branch support. So if we have intercompany transactions, maybe you're buying and selling from one another, and as well, we can integrate multiple warehouses that can be associated with either one or multiple companies. Maybe you're sharing inventory between them as well.
Great, thank you. And how does Acumatica support selling through multiple channels outside of e-commerce, like the BigCommerce demonstration that you've done today?
Great question. So like we touched on briefly in the beginning of the presentation, Acumatica works with BigCommerce and Shopify using native connectors developed by Acumatica, the publisher. Although there are connectors to other major e-commerce platforms as well, third party, but working well. We can also connect to Amazon Web Services coming, or Amazon Marketplace coming soon. Acumatica is working on developing the native connector to Amazon, which is currently in managed availability. If you're interested in that, we can certainly talk to you about how we can get on the fast track to implementing that for you.
Awesome. And then it looks like there's just one more. What happens if something goes wrong? Like there's an error with an order and it doesn't sync with the system?
Good question. So Acumatica has built in a number of fail-safes for managing failed records or aborted records. We know that data is hard to perfect and these things happen. If we take a look at our commerce store here, you'll note that we can designate a store administrator. Now, this can be a user in the system, or it can be maybe a distribution list of users, so that anytime an error occurs in Acumatica, we can proactively send out an alert to the store administrator to jump on and address that.
That's great. Thank you very much. And so I'll just give it a couple more moments to see if any other questions pop in. And just as a reminder, you can use the Q&A feature straight in Zoom, or just pop something in the chat. And we'll give this a couple more minutes before we log off today. But I really appreciate everyone joining today's call. I think, Nathan, you did a wonderful job demonstrating the power of AutoFitmentPlus and Acumatica today. So definitely appreciate your effort there. And yeah, let's just give it a couple more moments. And then if nothing comes through, we will wrap things up for today.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else is coming through. So just a big thank you to everyone who did join our call today. If you do want to reach out to us for more information on Acumatica, AutoFitmentPlus, or some of the e-commerce solutions that we provide, feel free to reach out to the email you see below, sales@pcbennett.com. You can also reach us at the phone number that's on the screen. And we also have plenty of different forms where you can schedule personalized demonstrations for your business on our website, which is pcbennett.com. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining today's call, and really look forward to hearing from you in the future. Thanks. And Nathan, again, really appreciate your help today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you too, Strati.
All right. Have a
Good
good
day, everyone.
Bye.